Alright guys, I am back with my review of Dexter Season 7, Episode 3, Buck the System. And a lot of stuff went down this episode. This was a good one. I really enjoyed this episode. It starts off and Dexter's freaking out now. He's starting to see himself just killing random people at the post office and even Masuka. He's just starting to lose it with Deborah constantly being on him and watching him. And he eventually snaps on a prisoner he's supposed to get DNA from, and Deborah's like, what the hell's going on? And he says, I just need some space, and she reluctantly agrees to this. So I guess she just figures that if he doesn't get some space, it's just going to make things worse. And he does tell her that he can call her and she can talk him down if things get too crazy, but he really just needs his own space. So we see Nadia, the stripper. She goes to see Quinn to find the dead girl's bracelet, but he says there was no bracelet. And then we see her talking to the strip club owner, and she says she couldn't find the bracelet, which has this GPS tracking device in it. And they want to use this to find Victor. She talks to the mob boss, and he tells her to get closer to the detective, and we see a little bit more about his personality, how he killed his teacher or something when he was younger, and I thought it was pretty cool. They're really hyping this guy up to be a big villain, and I like that. I think he's doing a great job so far. Lewis is still being annoying. He's at work. He's right there in front of Dexter. Even though Dexter left him stranded on a park bench, he's still showing up at work, acting like nothing happened. However, Dexter has some tricks this time. He sends the hand to Masuka. So Masuka finds it. It's got a note written to Lewis, and he immediately fires Lewis. Then later, Jamie gets sent the little DVD of Lewis with the hooker, so she breaks up with him. So Dexter's really just trying to get him out of his life completely without killing him. And he's been successful so far. He's fired, and now Jamie breaks up with him. So Dexter lets Deb in on one of his stakeouts. He's been following this guy named Speltzer who killed 2 women, and she still doesn't tell him it's okay to kill him, so Dexter wants to go get more proof to convince Deborah that he should be allowed to kill this guy or he's just going to kill again. Wayne Randall's mom brings a bag of stuff he kept after the murders, hoping that maybe they can use this to find some more of the bodies, and Deborah sends Dexter with Batista to go see Wayne Randall's ex-girlfriend and see if they can find out any more clues about where some of these bodies are buried for the victims' families. And on the way, they stop at the strip club, and Dexter actually talks to the mob boss guy. And this was a cool scene. I really like this. Nothing really happens. They just talk for a little bit, and then they go to the ex-girlfriend's house, and Dexter and her kind of flirt with each other. This is definitely going to be some relationship building this season between the two of them. And then Deborah goes to see LaGuerta about bringing down Speltzer. She realizes this is not going to work. There's really nothing she can do. She knows because of what Dexter told her he's going to kill again. And Dexter made a really great point that he has his lizard brain. He's got this intuition, and he does his own research basically on these killers, and that's why Deborah's been able to solve so many crimes. He's already helped her without her even realizing it. So Deborah's thinking about all this, and she wants to stop Speltzer, but when she goes and talks to LaGuerta, she realizes her hands are tied. There's really nothing she can do to stop this guy without using Dexter's method. So the mob guys show up at Dexter's boat because of the tracking device. The last place it was seen was at the dock on Dexter's boat just before disappearing completely into the ocean. So they go to Dexter's boat, and Lewis is there. He's trying to sink his boat for revenge after Dexter got him fired and broke up his relationship. And the boss is going to kill Lewis, and Lewis says, no, it's not really my boat. He tells him all about Dexter, and the mob boss just shoots Lewis in the head. So now they know about Dexter, and Lewis is also dead. So they finally killed off Lewis. I didn't like the character. I thought he was annoying. I'm glad he's gone, but I do have to say they could have done more with him. As annoying as he was, he still could have been a villain for Dexter, just getting in his way to help build suspense. I mean, Dexter's got the mob guys after him, he's got this Speltzer guy, all this stuff going on, and Lewis would have also helped cause drama in his personal life. So I do think they could have done more with the character, but I can't say I'm sad he's gone this early because he was just annoying. So that's just kind of something I was thinking about, is yeah, they kind of could have done a little bit more with the Lewis character instead of just having him die right now, getting shot in the head. But Nadia goes and talks to Quinn, and she actually tells him that the mob guys want her to get closer to him. So she really is trying to work with Quinn, and he says maybe we can help each other. I'll give you some information so that you're safe from them, and in turn you can give me some information. So while Dexter's out trying to get evidence on this Speltzer guy, Deborah goes by Speltzer's house since Dexter has her all paranoid about the guy, and she hears some stuff going on in the house, and she goes in, and Speltzer is chasing this poor woman around dressed like a bull. It was really out there. It kind of reminded me of 8mm when they have the machine guy playing the loud music, and he's just got this maze set up in this house, and he's chasing the girl around with this loud music playing, and Deborah eventually gets attacked by this guy. However, Dexter shows up and saves Deborah, but they're too late. The girl is already dead. Speltzer killed her. And Deborah realizes that the girl could have been saved if she just let Dexter kill him in the first place. So the next day, after much thought, Deborah tells Dexter that she understands what he does, but she doesn't understand the blood slides, why he takes trophies. He's kind of like Speltzer, and Dexter says, I'm nothing like this guy. And Deborah says that she realizes it could be a necessary evil, and maybe Dexter should move back to his own place. And that's how it ended. So some big stuff happened in this episode. Lewis is dead. That's one of the biggest things. But now the Speltzer guy has escaped. Dexter didn't kill him. He just knocked him out. So now this crazy maniac's on the loose, and Deborah realizes that if she would have let Dexter stop him, not only would this girl still be alive, but Speltzer would be stopped and he wouldn't be out there possibly killing another person. So she does kind of accept what Dexter does, and I'm not really sure where they're going to go with this. I'm still not even really sure why Deborah is so pissed off, because she really let Dexter and Lumen go in season 5, and she was fine with that. But I don't know, I guess because she knows it's Dexter now, and she still has to take in the fact that her brother and her father were keeping this huge secret from her entire life. And so I guess she's still going through all of that. But anyways, I really like this episode. Next week's episode should be awesome, and I've really enjoyed this season so far. They did a really good job with this, and building up the mob boss, and even the Speltzer guy I thought was a pretty cool character, just because of the whole bull thing. It's really out there, and it should be interesting. So that's my review of this week's episode. Hope you guys liked this video. Leave your thoughts on this week's episode in the comments below, and thanks for watching.